Hello again, everyone. It's Vince Foer from TradingWinds.com, and this is our update for October 24th, 2017. Let's take a quick look at today's markets. Well, we did see more strong gains across the board, although, at first glance, they may appear a little stronger than they actually were. Let's go through the numbers. The Dow was up 167 points today, but accounting for 100 of those points were two stocks alone. 3M, they're after announcing positive earnings, gapped and followed through very, very strongly, up 13 points today, almost 6% in one day. And Caterpillar was another one that outperformed after earnings and gapped strongly, made it all the way above 140. A gain of almost 5% there by the end of the day. So those two stocks alone accounted for 100 out of the 167 point gain on the Dow. The S&P 500 was up just 4 points, while the NASDAQ was up 11, and the Russell managed to gain about 2.5 points. So we are back to this 20-period moving average here, and, looking at the NASDAQ, the Russell, and looking like we could pull back here on the S&P, but earnings season absolutely has been the driver here and should continue being so moving forward. Corning today was another one that outperformed big time. There we go. But after market close, we got earnings from Chipotle, CMG, and let me enter that. There we go. That's the symbol I wanted, CMG. Now, after market close, I saw this down about 8%. It was down all the way to 299. And this is important because of this low here at 295. It really needs to hold 295. If it doesn't, and I personally don't think it will, we should see 250 and eventually 150, which we've talked about before. If you look in the weekly, look at that momentum lower. So this, it should be gapping lower tomorrow. We'll see where it opens. Who knows? It may even open below 295. Regardless, if we get below 295, I think we sell off hard once again. And on the monthly, have a look at that momentum to the downside. So, here's that 250 mark we were talking about before. You have some support here as well as here, and then eventually 150 down in here. So I think those are the eventual targets that we are looking at for CMG. Also, remember we spoke about GE the other day and how after this huge bounce on that day, after releasing earnings and gapping significantly lower, it not only made back what it lost, but then gained some and closed at its high. So on very high volume, and we were wondering, is this the low? Is it not? Well, here's the importance of waiting for confirmation. We never did get a trade above that high, which is even unlikely, because when something closes at its high, usually it follows through at least for a couple of days, and it never did. So it is very, very important that when you're looking at a price action move like that, you wait for follow through and confirm that move is actually taking place. I mean, first of all, we had negative momentum here all along, so we said we would wait until we got not only above that moving average, but until the moving average started sloping higher, which is always a more conservative approach. But even if we just talk about follow through and waiting for a trade above that high to confirm that it was going to continue in that direction, you can see here that the next day it opened lower and continued lower, and today put in a new low at 2175. So this one really does not look good. If you look at the weekly chart, very, very strong momentum lower. And if you look at the monthly chart, momentum has just rolled over, and you can see what's been happening in the last few months. So this one certainly looks like we're headed for lower prices. But again, it's very important that when you see a move like that, you at least, at a minimum, wait for follow through. Wait for that confirmation. Okay, that's about it for now. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you on our next update.